Hello, welcome back to my channel. So at the end, it was like November of last year or something. It was actually my first video that I posted on here. I went over my 25 books that I wanted to read before the end of 2025. So now I'm just going to go over them, give a quick review and rating of the ones that I did read, and we can go over the ones that I didn't read. I believe I read half the list, so I read I think 5 out of the 10. So yeah, we're just gonna go down the list, say if I read them, if I didn't, and if I did read them, what I rated them. Okay, here we go. First up is Plum Pudding Murder by Joanne Fluke. I did read this one. It was way good. I really liked it. I always give every book in this series 5 stars because I just love this series and it's so cozy and I just love it so much. So every book, if I could talk, I can't talk. Anyways, every book always gets 5 stars in this series. And that'll probably never change. They're all going to be 5 stars. I love this series so much. It's so good. So yeah. Plum Pudding Murder, Joanne Fluke. Yes, 5 stars. Next is Real by Katie Evans. It's the first book in the Real series. So this is the first book in a series that I read when I was in high school, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was one of the best romance book series that I'd ever read, and I've been wanting to reread it for a while now. So I put the first book on my 10 before the end, and we actually did read it. Now, while the story itself is good, and the couple is good, it's the writing. Oh my god, it made it so hard to finish. I almost didn't finish. Just the way that the author describes some things and words things sometimes. Oh, it was so bad. But the story, the couple, all of that is phenomenal, amazing. I freaking still love it to this day, and I read these books in high school. But the writing made it so hard to push through, and I wanted to DNF it so many times just for the writing. Other than that, I think I ended up giving it 4.5 stars for purely mostly nostalgia purposes. So yeah. Next, we have Crescent City by SJM. This is Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood. This is the first book in the series. We actually have the next 2 right here. So I did start this one. I got 330 pages into it, and I DNF'd it because while I was loving the characters and the story, I could not wrap my mind around the political system and the government and everything. It was just so confusing and my mind just wasn't grasping it. So we soft DNF'd it for now. Hopefully in 2026 we can come back and finish it and read the next 2 books in the series. But yeah, for the moment it's a soft DNF. Yeah. Then we have 11/22/63 by Stephen King. I didn't read this one. It is so intimidating. It is so big and large, and I am so freaking intimidated by it. And I did have every intention of getting to it before the end of 2025, and it just didn't happen. I was reading other things, and then I started a series and that I'm currently still reading, and I just became immersed in that world, and that was just as far as that went. And so I would like to get to it this year, but whether or not we actually do, I don't know. It is literally this is so confusing right now. What is happening? Sorry, I'm trying to see how many pages are in it. Give me a minute. Hold on. We're still looking. It's 850 pages, which isn't horrible, honestly. I literally just finished a book that was longer than that. Anyways, besides the point. 11/22/63 by Stephen King was a no. We had every intention, we just didn't get there. We'll get there one day. Then we have Shield of Sparrows by Devoney Perry. This is her first. Devoney Perry is one of my favorite authors, and this is her fantasy debut that she came out with. I think it came out in 2025, pretty sure. And the sequel is about to come out in 2026 sometime. And I had every intention of reading this. I even started it at one point and then got distracted with something else. But it's on my list for this year. Hopefully we'll get to it in 2026, but as for 2025, it was a no, sadly. Then, next, we have The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I absolutely love Riley Sager. He's one of my favorite thriller authors, and I've heard from a bunch of different creators that this is one of his best books, that it is so good. And so I put it on my list and hoping that I would hit like a thriller mood and want to read it, and we just didn't. And so it was a no, but I definitely want to read it this year. 100%. I want to actually get through the rest of his books that I haven't read yet this year. I think I have a few of them that I haven't read yet, and so hopefully this year, but as for 2025, sadly no. Then we have Chasing Shelter in Secret Haven by Catherine Cowles, book 5 and book 6 in her Spiral Falls series. Did we get the gem? Yes. They were so good. This one was 5 stars. Chasing Shelter was so good. 5 stars. It was so cute. It was like the neighbors trope and like some other tropes that I don't quite remember at the moment, but it was like neighbors, and I didn't think I was gonna like it because I don't really love the neighbors, and it was like single dad. It was neighbors, single dad, other things. And those usually aren't really my favorite tropes sometimes, but I freaking loved it. It was so good. It was so cute. I devoured it, loved it, 5 stars. Then we have Secret Haven. This was on my 10 before the end. I read this after I read this. This book destroyed me, guys. It was so good. It was literally 6 stars. Literally my favorite book of the year. It was phenomenal. There was so much pain and love, and I can't even put it into words how much I loved this book. It was 6 stars. It was the last book of the series, but 100% the best book of the series. With this series, I felt like I loved all the books. There's 6 books total in the series. And while I loved all the books in the series, I feel like as the series went on, they just got better and better and better. And the last 2 were definitely my favorites. Secret Haven being my favorite. This book was freaking chef's fucking kiss. It was so good. 6 stars, my favorite book of 2025. So yes, we did read these 2. And then we have Bride and Mate are our last 2 books on the 10 before the end of 2025. Bride was actually technically a reread, and then Mate came out and I wanted to read it. I did end up rereading Bride with every intention of reading Mate afterwards. We reread Bride, started Mate, DNF'd. For no reason really. I think I only got like a chapter in or something. I don't even know if I still have it marked. I think I even underlined things. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just delusional. That's entirely possible. Yeah, I'm just delusional. I didn't get very far. Oh yeah, I even highlighted things. I even underlined things. And I DNF'd it. I think I read like 2 chapters. And I don't even know why. I just did. I get very, very easily distracted by other books. And so, yeah, I think we made it 2 chapters in. And and I DNF'd it. I was even annotating it and everything. I love Bride so much. Mate, however, will possibly try again eventually and see. Yeah, but that's all I got. We read, let's see, oh, I was wrong. We didn't even read half. No, that's a lie. We read half of them. Oh, no, I lie. We read 4 of them. 4.5 if you want to count half of Crescent City. We read 4.5 out of the 10. So not bad. I could have done a lot worse, honestly. I also could have done a lot better. Sorry for flipping my hair around. I just curled it because I have an event to go to tomorrow and it's kind of a little bit overstimulating and driving me nuts, but I don't want to mess with it too much because I don't want them to fall, because they'll fall by the morning anyways. I don't even know why I'm trying, honestly. So yeah. So honestly, 4.5 out of the 10 isn't too bad. Could have been better, could have been worse. But overall, I'm proud of myself. Actually, that's a lie. We did 6.5. No, that's still 5, isn't it? 5.5. I can't count, okay? 5.5 out of the 10. So, kind of successful, I guess. Alright, that's all I got. Just wanted to go over what books on my 10 before the end did I actually get around to reading. And we did half of them. So, overall successful. That's all I got. Hopefully everybody has a great reading week, and I will see you again next week. Love you, bye.